What is up, everybody? I am Cam Tendo, and today we are going to talk about what I think and what you guys should be excited about in Thursday's Pokemon Presents. So, if you guys don't know, a few days ago, we finally got the long-awaited announcement for the Pokemon Presents, and I'm extremely excited, but there are some weird rumblings that I've been hearing that I think we should all probably take a step back and remember what we're here for and what we should expect. And while it's okay to get excited, there are some things that just won't happen, and we should probably start with what we know will happen. So there's this funny meme going around of people saying, oh, the Presents is going to be 70% mobile game and 80% the thing we actually care for. And while that might be true, there is a certain group of people out there, a certain group of people out there that really do enjoy these mobile games. Like, believe it or not, there is a very active Cafe Remix, Master EX, and Unite, and now TCG Pocket community. And those people, believe it or not, are looking forward to whatever new thing gets revealed in these Presents. It feels weird, think about that, considering the fact that most people only care for mainline, but there is a large portion of the community that cares about the TCG Pocket, the Unites, the Master EX. And for my competitive fans, we know that there might be a segment on the Pokemon World Tournament, which is happening in California for both this year and next year. And they might need to address some things considering the current state of California right now. If you know, you know. So that is something else we should probably expect. Pokemon Go, we know that the Unova Tour is happening soon, which does not hint in any way towards Gen 5 remakes, Gen 5 Legends games, nothing like that. For the past 3 or 4 years now, we've been getting a Tour, Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh, and now we're finally getting the Unova Tour, and next year, more than likely, we're going to get the Kalos Tour, and then in 2027, we're going to get the Alola Tour, and then the Galar, and so on and so forth. This has always been a thing. I've been seeing people say that because we're getting a Unova Tour this year, that clearly means Unova remakes, which has never been the case because we got, again, the Sinnoh Tour last year, but hey, we got BDSP like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, it feels like. So none of this is hinting towards anything, and I really wish people would stop, grasping at straws where there aren't any. The next thing, and this probably goes into my next segue, we're not getting Unova remakes. I keep seeing people say that, oh, we're past due for Unova remake, and I'm like, no, we're not. We're really not. We were getting a remake almost every 2 generations before, Heart and Gold, Soul Silver, it felt like. So if anything, we would get a Gen 5 remake around Generation 10. We're not getting one in Gen 9, even if all the evidence pointed towards it for the past 2 or so years. We know what the big game is Legends ZA. We've gone an entire year without Pokemon, or a Pokemon game that isn't a spinoff like TCG Pocket, and I feel like it's kind of messed with people's brains. Everybody's expectations for what to expect has been completely warped. We know what to expect. Legends ZA, we are extremely well past due for Legends ZA news. So I think we should expect only Legends ZA in terms of the next mainline game. And then in 2026, then we can go, off the wall with what game we want to expect, like Gen 10 or Gen 5 remakes or so on and so forth, which more than likely is going to be Generation 10. I love Unova. I would love for there to be a new Unova game that hopefully isn't a chibi remake, but I would love for there to be Black and White 3 or Legends Kyurem, but it just isn't the time. Game Freak has made it known what generation they want to focus on, and we need to respect that. I also wouldn't mind a Johto game. I don't really care much for Johto like most people do. I don't have the nostalgia for it despite it being my first game in the series. But for my Johto and Unova fans, just wait a little longer. Kalos needs this way more than Johto or Unova do. So we should just enjoy what we're getting and stop hoping for something that just isn't there. Another thing that we are definitely not going to get, that I've been seeing being really pushed, is this sudden idea that we're going to get a master collection of Gens 1, 2, 3. And while that would be cool, this year is not the year for it. I feel like if any year we're gonna get something like that, it would be next year, because next year is the 30th anniversary. And when we got Gens 1 and 2 ported to the 3DS, that was a 20th anniversary celebration. And here we are on the 30th anniversary, which is crazy that it's been 10 years. But I digress. It's a big deal, and I feel like they will probably want to save something like a master collection for their anniversary. Even when it was Fire Emblem's anniversary a few years back, they gave us a port, a re-release, or an official release of the very first Fire Emblem game for I think it was a digital only temporary release. And even with Mario's anniversary, we got the Mario 3D All-Stars for the anniversary. There is nothing special happening this year besides the Year of Eevee and Legend ZA. You could say the Switch 2, but the Switch 2 is on Nintendo's radar, not Pokemon's radar. Pokemon does not owe Nintendo this giant blowout of games just to launch their new system. Now, again, next year, I can confidently say that that's something that is very likely to happen. But 2025 is not the year for a Master Collection or a Gen 5 remake. I feel like we should just be excited for ZA, because we are 3 years it feels like, without a main series game. Yes, we got the DLC in 2023, but that's not a new game. That's just an extension of an existing game. And then we got nothing like this past year. So we should definitely just expect ZA. And for all we know, ZA might be, it feels like it is, judging by the development time, this could be the biggest game we've ever had, and I really want to be excited for just that. The only other thing I would be excited for, and I am excited for, and this could just be me, fanboying or speculating, is this sudden notion of the alleged new evolution. Now, I work in retail. I'm not going to say which job, you can kind of figure that out, but we've been given merchandise, these cards, we've been putting up Pokemon Day posters, and they're all Eevee centric, and they all keep showcasing Eevee evolution colors, and there's always this white stripe along with this whole balloon theme that's going on. And as much as I know it's kind of silly to assume that we're getting a flying type evolution, that feels more likely now more than ever, especially since this is the year of Eevee. I feel like what better way to make the year of Eevee special than finally giving us the long-awaited new evolution, which allegedly may be a flying type. So that's one thing I can definitely see, especially with a big thing like Pokemon Day. If Legend ZA news isn't enough, a new flying type evolution will be the one thing that has everybody just losing it. Eevee is the secondary mascot of the series next to Pikachu, and revealing a new evolution, the Pokemon that has so much potential. It's the potential Pokemon, I feel like, because it still has so many evolutions that it does not have yet unlocked. They can definitely finally give that to us, and that will be a huge talking point, because not only will it open up the doors for a new evolution, it'll give us a new evolution, and it'll also open up the doors for more potential evolutions down the line, because if we're well past any Pokemon we're seeing get new evolution, it's Eevee. So that's gonna do it for this video. I've just been seeing a bunch of really weird things happening with this whole, we're gonna get this remake, and we're gonna get this remaster, and this re-release, and this and that, and we haven't even received the one game that they owe us yet. So I just don't get it. But again, my name is Camtendo. I will see you guys on Pokemon Day. I'm so excited. Maybe I can get together with Ruffled and we can hang out then. But I'm so excited to finally receive news on Legend ZA. Thank you guys so much. What are you most excited for? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.